Hey guys, what's up? How we doing today? It's your boy Ven and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we got the top 3 Vanguard Assault Rifles that you should be rocking in Warzone. I picked these ARs solely based off my opinion and then JGod's stat loadout where he compared all the damage numbers, range, bullet velocity, that stuff. But for some of the guns, some of the attachments might be a little bit different from how JGod is building it out. That's solely because there was an update literally yesterday that kind of nerfed some of the weapons and nerfed a lot of the recoil for some of the weapons. So now before we get to this video, if you guys want to show me some support, be sure to hit that like button. If we could get this video to at least 15 likes, you guys will be absolute beasts. And of course, if you have not done so yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button, smash that bell for post notifications so you don't miss another one of my videos. Probably gonna do like a top 3 Vanguard SMGs to rock in Warzone as well after this, so keep an eye out for that one. All right, guys, so with all that out of the way, let's get to the top 3 Vanguard ARs you should be rocking in Warzone right now. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, so let's get into the top 3 assault rifles from Vanguard that you should be rocking in Warzone Pacific right now. So these are in no order of like worst to best. I feel like they're all pretty equal in their own way. But I'm going to give you the best class setup in my opinion, and compared to JGod's, this is what I think are the best class setups for these weapons. So we're going to start with the Automaton now. This gun has been a laser since day one. It got a pretty big recoil nerf as of yesterday. So the recoil got greatly increased. So there's one attachment that I changed that still makes this gun insanely accurate. There still is barely any recoil, and if you're good at controlling your recoil, this thing will still feel like it has no recoil at all. So the way we're gonna set this bad boy up, we got the MX silencer. Now for the barrel, originally people like JGod, they were saying to have the Anastasia on. It gives bullet velocity, end range, and accuracy. But after that recoil nerf, it definitely had some noticeable recoil, and it was a little awkward. It was like up and to the right. So I decided to try throwing on the 600mm BFA, and this thing is a laser, bro. Trust me, have this barrel on, it barely moves. For the underbarrel, we got the M1941 hand stop, 75 round drum mag, lengthened ammunition, polymer grip. JGod like to have the rubber grip on there, but the polymer having that flinch resistance and the recoil during sustained fire, especially with the recoil nerf, I think this is the better option. 2.5 scope, Zach skeletal stock for that initial firing recoil control. Tight grip perk, again, recoil during sustained fire after the recoil nerf. You definitely need this one on. And then perk 2 is fully loaded. This is the best class I could find out. I was playing around in Plunder and trying the different attachments out to see which one had the best recoil control, and this loadout right here is a laser. So if you want to rock the Automaton, definitely try this loadout. It's really easy to use, and it hits pretty hard. In my opinion, the Automaton, it's like an M13, except it just hits a little harder. Okay, guys, so moving on to number 2, we got the bar. Now, the bar also did get a slight recoil nerf yesterday, so it said the recoil got increased. Now the Automaton, it said the recoil got greatly increased, so the bars wasn't as bad. So I changed a couple attachments on here to account for that recoil increase. So we're rocking the MX silencer, the 27 barrel. I don't think it needs the XL. The movement speed is already pretty slow with this gun, so especially if you're like a fast moving player, I think the 27-2B is more than enough. We got the M1941 hand stop underbarrel, the 40 round .50 BMG mags, lengthened ammunition, 2.5 scope, rear grip polymer grip. Again, you can throw rubber on there, but I think the polymer is better. Stock, we got the Cooper stock, Cooper SP stock, perk hard scope for that extra recoil control, and then perk 2 fully loaded. Now this gun, it hits like a dump truck. It's like an Odin, but it hits a little harder. The only downside is its slower movement speed and the firing speeds, because it fires pretty slow. So you got to be pretty good with your shots. It's pretty unforgiving if you miss a lot of shots because it fires really slow. But if you hit your shots, this is one of the fastest killing guns right now. So I highly recommend you at least try it out. Because accurate players with good recoil control can drop bombs with this gun. Like, I was watching Booyah the other day. Nasty. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, this goes with the Automaton. Anytime you use this scope, the 2.5, I like to use the crosshair dot. It looks way cleaner, and for some reason I'm just hitting better shots with this crosshair dot. Okay guys, now moving on to the third assault rifle that we're mentioning in today's video, and that is the STG. Now in my opinion, the STG, it's the most all-around well-balanced AR in the game. It's not an absolute laser, it doesn't have terrible recoil, but it also hits pretty hard and consistent, so it's pretty consistent to use. The recoil pattern's not that bad, so all around it's one of the better ARs you should be trying out. So for this class setup, we got the MX silencer, 760mm 05B barrel, M1941 hand stop, 60 round drum mag, lengthened ammunition, polymer grip, 2.5 scope, VDD 34S weighted stock, vital perk. Now this increases torso damage. The STG doesn't have a perk one that helps with like sustained ADS firing or anything like that, so you could try throwing focus on. It gives that plus flinch resistance, which will definitely help you out in the middle of a gunfight. But I've been trying vital out on this. It increases torso damage. It does have negative recoil control and accuracy, so it does make the recoil a little bit more wonky, but you can down players so fast with this. So if you think the recoil is too bad with vital, try throwing focus on, see how you like that. If you don't think the recoil is that bad with vital, definitely use vital, because you can down players so much faster if you're not hitting consistent headshots with this one on. And then for perk 2, we got fully loaded as always. Almost all the other perk 2s are kind of pointless to have on in Warzone. Okay guys, now I am going to do one honorable mention of an AR that I think is definitely worth trying out, because it can down people really fast, especially at medium range. And this is the ITRA Burst. Now I know some people might be thinking, why aren't you talking about the NZ41? I will bring that up in a second. But if we go over to our ITRA Burst loadout, we're rocking the MX silencer, 300mm CX2 barrel, M1941 hand stop, 32 round drum mag, lengthened ammunition, polymer grip, 2.5 scope, Perfetto padded grip, hard scope perk 1, and fully loaded perk 2. Now this gun, it has the recoil pattern is almost straight upwards, so like every time you fire a burst it goes straight up. So super long range gunfights, it's not that viable. But if you shoot people that are probably like medium range or like medium to longish range from you, and you hit all your burst shots on them, I have 2 burst downed people, and like the burst firing rate, it's like boom boom, so like down. It's insane. So I would definitely at least try it out, because this gun can be nasty if it's in the right hands. I wouldn't say it's as broken as the AUG was, the Cold War AUG back when it was the meta in Warzone, but this gun, it's definitely worth trying out. It's nasty, especially if like you're more of a mid-range player. This is a really good gun you should try out. Right now, real quick, I know some people might be wondering why I haven't talked about the NZ41. Now, the NZ41 was my favorite gun on release, but as I've played around with it for a little bit, and JGod did mention this, it has one of those recoil patterns where if you hold down the trigger for more than like 2 seconds, the recoil pattern just gets super wonky and messed up. It turns into like a randomized pattern, a lot of horizontal recoil control. So even though it does hit really hard and the first few shots are pretty accurate, I think the NZ41 is way better suited as like a secondary assault rifle, one used for close to medium range. So like JGod says, it's sniper support. I think that's a really good way to use it. I just don't think it's viable as a long range assault rifle, at least compared to the ones I mentioned in this video. But it's not a bad gun at all. The NZ41 slaps. It's one of my favorite ground loot weapons. It's just as a custom gun, I think you'd be way better off building it as a close medium range like secondary AR instead of trying to use it as a long range primary. Okay guys, so this brings us to the end of the video. If there are any guns that I didn't mention that you guys think should have been mentioned, definitely leave it down below in the comments. Maybe include your loadout setup for it so me and other people can try it out. Like I said in the intro, I'm going to do a top 3 Vanguard SMGs that you should be using, leveling up to use in Warzone Pacific. That is either going to come out tomorrow or Saturday. I'm not 100% sure on that. Also guys, just so you know, I stream over on Twitch during the week, so if you guys want to catch catch me live, I'm usually live either in the mornings or at night, Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to catch me live, hit that follow button. The link is down in the description, and there will be some days where I'm playing with community members. So definitely don't miss that. As always, guys, I hope you have a dope rest of your day. Remember, stay blessed, not stressed out there. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.